President Volodymyr Zelensky announced sanctions on 400 more individuals and companies on March 18, vowing that Russia and those who help it wage war will be punished. Most of the sanction targets are related to Russia's military-industrial complex, but they also include Iranian and Syrian individuals, according to the president. Zelensky said these sanctions contribute to global pressure on Russia and those that supply it weapons of terror. This includes Iran, which provides Russia with Shahed kamikaze drones that have been used to attack Ukraine's civilian infrastructure for almost 6 months. Russia must be punished for its aggression not just against Ukraine but other countries like Syria, Zelensky said. Zelensky argued that the Kremlin was emboldened to strike Ukraine out of a sense of impunity, after the international community failed to shield the Syrian people from Russian aggression. Zelensky added that the current battles in Donbass can restore security to Europe. Sanctions on Russia may reach a turning point in 2023, but there are opportunities to toughen them, according to an international working group studying their impact. The working group is led by Presidential Office head Andriy Yermak and includes the Freeman Spalley Institute for International Studies, U.S. Ambassador Michael McFaul, and experts from the Kiev School of Economics. The study found that the sanctions' impact had a significant startup lag but is now having a substantial effect on the Russian economy, the Office of the President reported in a summary of the findings. The balance payment surplus was down 60% from the second to the fourth quarter of 2022, and the trend appears to have continued into 2023, the researchers found. The ruble lost 20% of its value since November, which sets the stage for higher consumer prices at a time when fewer Russians can afford them. The study also concluded that the Kremlin is burning through its national welfare fund and may be out by the end of the year. Receivables from oil and gas are expected to fall by 50% in 2023. At the same time, the sanctions regime is still far from exhausting its potential and needs constant updating and improvement. Further steps towards new sanctions restrictions must be applied, the authors concluded. Yermak said that the international group is working on reducing price caps for Russian hydrocarbons and eliminating sanction exemptions for certain Russian state-owned companies. Russian forces shelled 4 municipalities in Sumy Oblast on March 18, according to the Regional Military Administration. No injuries or destroyed buildings were reported. Shalinhinska, Esmanska, Krasnopilska, and Bilopilska municipalities were hit with mortars. Russian forces also attacked Bilopilska with a grenade launcher. Ukraine's Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar says troops are not being sent to Bakhmut without training, despite claims she says have made by Kremlin propagandists. Ms. Maliar said a Russian narrative circulating is that Ukrainian soldiers are immediately sent to Bakhmut without preparation. But she disputed the claim, saying that troops who have not served in the army previously are being sent to training centers. Due to the large-scale war, the training of private and non-commissioned officers takes place on a shortened schedule, but without reducing the quality of training, Ms. Maliar wrote on Telegram. She also disputed claims that Ukraine is forcing women to fight in the war. It's a story that she says pro-Russia Telegram channels have repeated many times and persistently try to spin, despite a lack of interest. We do not mobilize women without their consent, not even doctors. Ms. Maliar said women soldiers are also not sent to the front line of the war without consent. Canada sent Ukraine an armored recovery vehicle, Canadian Defence Minister Anita Anand revealed on March 18. A video posted by Anand on Instagram showed a video of a cargo plane being loaded with a vehicle that appears to be a Panzer III, which can tow heavy armor, transport or evacuate troops and clear obstacles. More Canadian military aid is en route to Ukraine, Anand wrote on Instagram. We're providing an armored recovery vehicle to help Ukraine sustain the heavy armor that we've donated. Ukraine will win, and we will stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes. A day prior, Anand confirmed a new tranche of military aid to Ukraine, including artillery munitions and air defense missiles. Canada also pledged to send training ammunition for the Leopard 1 tanks. Germany promised to supply. Canada has committed 8 Leopard 2A4 tanks to Ukraine, 4 of which have reportedly been delivered to Poland.